It is a legal possibility. It is a legal possibility. If one will file a motion to strike out the impeachment complaint, that is a legal possibility, but I do not want to impose my opinion upon our good senators.
Kung idediretso po sa ICC agad itong si Senador Bato, di mawawala po yung sir, yung sinasabing ang ICC ang court of last resort, court of last resort at mawawala din yung issue ng o yung principle of complementarity kung saan sinabi nga ni late Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, sabi niya rito, quote and quote, it acts only in exceptional cases where a court has failed to bring justice because that court is unwilling or unable to investigate and prosecute those who have the highest responsibility for the most serious crimes of concern to the international community. Hindi pa nga natin alam, may naisang pa bang kaso dito? Wala din tayong narinig na reaksyon na mismo ng Korte Suprema na sinasabing hindi namin kaya yung elitis, diretso na yan sa ICC attorney.
Isa yan din. Kasi na-discuss din namin doon na di ba nagpadala na yung CIDG ng subpoena? Pero binawi. Kasi that goes into the investigation daw of the AJK killings. Then, pwede nating ma-argue, and we in fact argued, na yung pagpadala ng subpoena, even if binawi, we already exercised now our jurisdiction on the matter. No, it may be argued, it can be argued now in the ICC na since the Philippine National Police has taken cognizance of the case, then ICC must respect the principle of complementarity. Kasi nga, noon, wala namang talagang kaso na final dito sa Pilipinas. Totoo yan. Pero ngayon, meron ng investigation na ginagawa. So, it can be argued that based on the principle of complementarity, that the Philippines is now exercising jurisdiction on the AJK. Maganda rin yan kasi kung merong kaso dito sa Pilipinas, I'm very sure haharapin namin yan ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. No? We will file counter affidavits, we will answer it basta dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi mga Pilipino tayo, may batas tayo, working yung ating Philippine judiciary, healthy yung ating prosecutorial system. Bakit pa tayo doon sa malayo masyado na bansa na hindi na nga tayo miyembro doon? So kailangan i-follow natin yung principle of complementarity. Since we are now exercising jurisdiction, then ICC should take a hands-off approach on the case.
Opo. Maging yan po ba, attorney, yung masyadong matagal bago nagkaroon ng investigasyon ukol dito? Halimbawa, kung talagang iuusad po ng ating mga law enforcer yung pag-iimbestiga dito sa sinasabing EJK dito kay Senador Bato, maaari ba itong questionin din sa korte po? Kasi doon sa ICC warrant, way back noong siya pa ay Chief of Police ng Davao City, iniuugnay yung kanyang kaso.
Well, that's one of the grounds. Pero as a general rule kasi, pag crimes against humanity, wala yung prescriptive period . So baka yan ang sasabihin nila na argument din. Pero of course, if we will we will handle the case, that's one of the reasons also that we will cite. But we should take note that under both international law and domestic Philippine law, crimes against humanity, war crimes do not prescribe. And this means that perpetrators can be investigated, prosecuted, and punished at any time, regardless of when the crimes were committed. And this is actually an additional argument on our side, no? Kasi nga po, the Philippines can always exercise jurisdiction insofar as AJK is concerned, simply because of the fact that these crimes, no, these crimes against war crimes, genocide, crimes against humanity, does not prescribe. Meaning, maski kailan pa ito na gawa o ilang taon na ang lumipas, hindi yan siya magpe-prescribe kung mag-fall talaga siya under crimes against humanity at hindi doon sa mga individual crimes concerned. No? Ang problema yan kung magpitsi-pitsi sila ng imbestiga, yung murder, like for example, kung murder lang, it will prescribe. But if you will lump that together into a widespread attack against a class of persons such that it will now fall into the definition of crimes against humanity, then it will become imprescriptible as it is in fact imprescriptible. So, additional reason niya natin na, ituloy niyo yung investigation dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi nga po, imprescriptible naman yan, harapin namin dito sa Pilipinas. Yun ang additional argument natin.
Opo, attorney, paghahambing lang po kasi kayo din po yung naging abogado dun sa nangyaring Maguindanao Massacre po. Sinasabi kasi nila na hindi gumagana yung ating justice system. Tapos parang mas marami pa ata yung biktima na involved dito sa Maguindanao Massacre kumpara doon sa sinasabi nila doon sa ICC po, attorney. Pero nakayanan, kahit na umabot ata ng mahigit isang dekada ba yung pagdinig or trial po dito, attorney?
Yes. I was involved in the Maguindanao Massacre kasi nga po, naging involved ako dun sa state witness, no? Naging state witness sa Maguindanao Massacre, and then later, doon lang ako as private counsel ni Congressman Toto Mangudadato, no? Ang aking nakita doon, Maguindanao Massacre ngayon the trial may have been a bit long, pero nagkaroon ng hustisya. The accused were given the chance to prove their defenses in court. They were able to cross-examine all the witnesses, but the judge found out that they were really guilty as the evidence against them were overwhelming. So, and the requirement of proof beyond reasonable doubt was reached. So, nagkaroon ng hustisya. At ngayon, pending yung kanilang mga apelasyon, ang ibang incidents nandun sa Court of Appeals, ang iba nandun sa Supreme Court. But then again, justice was achieved. So, kung posible yun sa Maguindanao Massacre, how much more sa yung alleged AJK incident dito sa Pilipinas. So, i-file nila dito, ipatuloy yung investigation and we will face them.
Opo. Attorney, si Jade po ulit ito. Si Senator Bato, kung makukumpirma po ninyo, ay nandito po sa Pilipinas at wala po sa abroad.
Well, I'm certain na nandito siya sa Pilipinas kasi ilang beses na niya yung sinabi sa akin at ilang beses na rin sa media na hindi aalis sa Pilipinas yun. Dito lang yun siya. He is making himself unavailable simply because of the fact na nung May 11, nakita naman natin yung intention talaga ng NBI na dakpin talaga siya. Pumasok pa nga sa Senado in the morning binugbog pa nga yung mga empleyado ng mga Senate employees Anong ibig sabihin nun? They really had the intention to arrest Senator Bato de la Rosa even if the warrant of arrest had not yet been confirmed before Philippine courts, even if they did not secure a Philippine-issued warrant of arrest. That already involves deprivation of liberty, and if it involves deprivation of liberty, it is the function of the judiciary to know whether or not due process was observed, because under the 1987 Constitution, no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. So, kaya, he is making himself unavailable. Sino bang gusto na dakpin ka lang kaagad, hindi ka bigyan ng day in court, dadalhin ka sa Netherlands? Ito i-emphasize ko rin ang sabi kasi, he was given due process in the ICC, and ICC will give him due process there. Hindi po pwede yun kasi nga po yung ICC follows the inquisitorial approach in their justice system. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Yung parang preliminary investigation nila doon, secret, wala kang chance to defend yourself. You are not even given the chance to file your own counter affidavit. You do not even know that there is already an investigation against you until the warrant of arrest is even a secret. It is It is under seal. Mm-hmm. So how can you say that there was due process? Ang due process mangyayari after na madakip ka eh. Parang si Tatay Digong. Kawawa si Tatay Digong dun. Oh, halos nga pagpirma ng kanyang signature, hindi na nga masyado klaro. Gusto ba natin mangyari din yan kay Senator Bato de la Rosa? Para bang dakpin mo na kita, sa presento ka na magpaliwanag. Hindi po pwede yun. Hindi due process yan sa atin under the Philippine concept. Kaya kinakailangan talaga yan, dadaan muna sa Philippine court.
Opo. Attorney, nag-convene na po yung Senate Impeachment Court. Ngayon, absent po si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Gaano ho ba kalaki ang papel niya kung sakali man dyan po sa Senate Impeachment Court?
Well, kung kinakailangan, I think he will consider appearing. No? Pero as of now, siguro sa tingin niya, nagmamasid naman yan sigurado ako sa TV, no, kung anong nangyayari sa impeachment court, and I'm very sure he is monitoring. So pag yung kanyang importansya doon ay during the voting, if there is a felt need for him to be there, baka i-consideran niya yan. Pero ang sa akin lang is I hope the public will understand na he is making himself unavailable now, wala siya sa Senado, kasi existing and present yung threat, active yung threat of arrest sa kanya na pwede siyang dalahin kaagad sa Netherlands. Ang gusto lamang niya, idaan sa Philippine courts yung proseso. So, Filipino naman siya, he is covered and protected by the 1987 Constitution. Ang request niya, let him avail of his rights under the 1987 Constitution. Let there be a Philippine-issued warrant of arrest.
Opo. Kung absent, kung wala po siya, hindi naman ganoon kalaki yung epekto sa magiging boto kung sakali mang conviction o acquittal sa kaso po ng impeachment case ni VP Sara.
As of the present, kasi kinakailangan nila ng 16 votes eh. As of the present, may 12 tayo, 11 lang sila. So baka sa tingin ni Senator Bato, baka hindi pa primordial need ang kanyang presence sa Senado.
Opo. Pero pwede ho bang via Zoom, video setup, conferencing po yung gagamitin ni Senator Bato dyan po sa Senate Impeachment Court, Attorney? Maaari ho ba yun?
If there will be a resolution that will be passed by the Senate and the Senate will approve it, it's just a procedural mechanism to ensure all senators can vote. That is a possibility. We never know.
Opo, huli na lang. Ngayon na nag-convene na nga yung Senate Impeachment Court, may kapangyarihan ho ba silang magbasura ng kaso dito kay Vice President Sara Duterte?
It is a legal possibility. It is a legal possibility. If one will file a motion to strike out the impeachment complaint, that is a legal possibility, but I do not want to impose my opinion upon our good senators.